Hi there. I'm Karen. Most of you know me as Karen Ballou, if you do know me. And This is all about that fringe. So either welcome or welcome back. I had to throw in a little bit of makeup today for a meeting I have coming up shortly. I decided to take a little break and spend a few minutes showing you a few things from my collection that I have available for purchase. So I am not a retailer. But I am a person who very enthusiastically jumped into the wig world. I found that Wig Studio One was a great place to purchase. And so most of the things that you'll see were purchased from Wig Studio One. There are a few exceptions, and I'll mention those. I have these things available on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com or www.facebook.com/all about that fringe. And I'll put that down in the description of this video so that you'll have that information. Right now, I am wearing something that's not for sale. This is one of my absolute favorite wigs, or pieces of helper hair, as I like to say. This is Henry Margu's Scarlet. This is Henry Margu's Scarlet. I think I have about as many Fionas as I have Scarlets at this point, but Henry Margu's Scarlet in the color 130H. I also actually have Fiona in the same color because I love this color. Henry Margu fibers are just incredible, and there's a lace front there. I'm going to give this a little brush because I just put her on. And I want to say that most of my helper hair, I don't use product on. I do have some product that I like. I use it, Jon Renau detangler at the end of each day, just to kind of keep everything nice. But this is my biggest use of product right here, my little water bottle. So I'm going to give her a little tiny spray, just show you mist. Make sure you point that in the direction of your head and not the mirror or the screen, which I do at least once a week. And then what that does is it gives you a little bit of moisture in those fibers for them to go where you'd like them to go. You can get your hands in there, position things the way you'd like them to be, fluff them up, smooth them down, whatever you'd like, and there you are, good to go. All right, I'm not here today to talk to you so much about Scarlet, although she's awesome and I love her. But what I am here to talk to you about is the things that I have available for you. Now, I have several things that I'm selling right now. I have 17 pieces of helper hair that I'm selling, and I have 2 pieces that I'm gifting away. And I am going to explain these to you in 3 separate videos because right now I have 3 separate images of boxes. And so I want to just give you a quick peek, not just at the still photos, but of the pieces themselves that are available to you. But what I'd like to do first is just kind of show you on the All About That Fringe page where you find this information. So real quick peek. So here is facebook.com, All About That Fringe. And then you'll see one of the posts here, and this is from Saturday, March 5th. Is that I'm selling some pieces from my personal collection. And so I've listed all of them here with their prices. I do want to tell you that the prices are about 40 to 50% off retail. And I used the Wig Studio One retail because it's one of the lower retails around. So there's a manufacturer's recommended selling price. There's the Wig Studio One retail. On the weekends, they sometimes do a 30% discount on some of these. And some of them are almost never discounted, like Henry Margu or Main Attraction. That only happens a couple times a year. Anyway, long story short of all of that is I figured 40 to 50% discount on these. And for the ones that have a larger discount, it's because I may have modified it a little bit. And if I have made any modifications, I tell you right here. Like for instance, a bang trim, they come with bangs and I've just kind of trimmed those a little bit. Or if I added bangs, I'll tell you that as well. If you kind of scroll down here, you'll see there are a couple giveaways and how to enter those giveaways. And all of the directions about that are on each photo. So this first photo here is the one I'm going to start with right now today in this video. And then I'm going to do a quick video for each of these other photos. So if I click on this, there I go. What I got is information about what's in this picture. So I've got Paige by Henry Margu. I've got Haute by Jon Renau. And I have Stop Traffic by Racquel Welch that are available for sale. And you'll see the prices here. These two in the middle, Hollywood Lights and Ocean, are giveaways. And in order to enter the giveaways, you need to post a comment below in the comments for this particular picture, either Hollywood for Hollywood Lights or Ocean for Ocean, and you can do both. And this is Ocean by Estetica. I also have an Ocean by Ellen Villa that's available for purchase. What do you need to do in addition to that? Like and follow All About That Fringe, my page. And then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here's a link to that. There are currently 4 videos there, plus I'll be loading in these little informational videos about the things I have available for sale right now. It's a pretty humble channel, but my goal is to get to 100 subscribers so that I can get my name as All About That Fringe for the page instead of UCEJJXJ7 blah blah blah. And I know that's not a lot to ask for in life. So if you could, this is one of the reasons why I thought I would do this. It would, generate some of that, some of those subscribers. Hopefully you also like what you see there. And then the deadline is this Sunday, 3:13 p.m. I don't know. I just thought those were cool numbers. The giveaway recipients will be notified later that day, have 48 hours to respond, or I'll move on to the next person. I will say, if your name gets pulled and you haven't done all of these steps, you will be disqualified. So please make sure you've done all of these steps in advance. This way there won't be any disappointment on the other end. Okay, so let me show you a little bit about what I've got here. All right, I'm gonna go through these right now. I'm gonna stop sharing. Hello again. And in no particular order, I'm gonna go with what I can grab the closest to me. The first thing I'm going to do is show you the 2 giveaways. Okay, the first thing I have is the Ocean. And I wanna tell you a little story about this because I think it's important. Ocean by Estetica was one of the first things I purchased. I just started my wig journey around Thanksgiving weekend. I want you to see the color around Thanksgiving weekend 2021. And so all of this is so new to me. And I bought a whole bunch of wigs, helper hair, in order to figure out what I liked, what looked good on me, what styles, what colors. I have a lot of physical things going on. I have a chronic disease and I also had major surgery this year. And so between the 2 of those, I can't do a lot of driving. I can't, go to a wig shop and try things on. And so for me, just ordering a bunch of things and trying them and taking pictures of them and seeing how I like them is definitely the better way for me to go, or has been. But now I have this surplus of things that I'm just not going to be reaching for. And so they might as well be someone else's treasure. And I'll tell you a little story about that while I show you inside of Ocean. Just recently, I had to do my RMV photo for my real ID, for my driver's license and real ID. And the helper hair that I wore for that is Tarani and Sumptuous Strawberry by Beltress. And I had purchased it from a wig sister, someone who's just very dear to my heart now. And she didn't like it on her, but I love it on me. And now it is my photo for the next 8 years. Like, go figure, right? So it's just an example. Like, sometimes people might say, oh, that looks really great on you, but maybe you don't feel great in it, and you want something different. So that's what this is all about. But I want to show you the 2 giveaways first, and then I'll show you the things I have available for purchase. I'm going to try and go through this really quickly because, yeah, you don't want to be here all day. So, all right. So Ocean by Estetica has a pretty deep lace front. So when you part her, wherever you decide to part her, you can part her anywhere across this front, and she's going to have the illusion of scalp right in front, which is really nice. She's open wefted all around. She's got a teeny bit of permatease in here, just a little tiny bit. Yeah, I'm just feeling, it's not a lot. It's not like sometimes with some pieces of helper hair, in order to hold up the style, there's like a lot of crunch. This isn't crunchy, but it feels a little just a little padded, like a padded bra. Oh my gosh. I've been waiting to try to figure out a way to describe this stuff for a long time. Some permatease feels crunchy, like the paper that you have, you know, if you wrap things up like a, you know, flower bouquet or an Easter basket, if you celebrate or whatever. This just feels like a little bit like a gently padded bra. There you go. And like I said, just got a nice lace front that gives you that illusion of, I have a lace front on right now, so that I can take it and I can push it off my forehead, and it has the illusion that hair is actually coming out of my scalp, which is kind of cool. In my life, I've never even worn my regular bio hair this way, and now all of a sudden I am. Anyway, this journey makes you do different things. She has an extended nape, which means she goes down and back. I use a wig grip, and I like, when I have an extended nape, I can pull it over that. She has these little bra strap adjusters, so they'll hook in. You can make it tighter. You can even crisscross those if you need it to be super tight. Or somebody just posted a video the other day where you can actually remove them if you want it to be more stretchy. Estetica is sort of a very average cap. What I want you to know, a couple of things real quick about this, is that she does have that little bit of permatease on top where I showed you, which means, and Taz will show you this, you want to take your wide tooth comb and you want to just stick it in and give it a little lift like that. There you go. That's what you want to do. And then it looks very, very natural on top. Otherwise, you might see some wefting. And without boring you with the long story of this, and if you want the long story of this, I will video chat you and I will tell you the whole long story of this. But I actually got Ocean in, like I said, sort of at the beginning, and then I was grading and getting everything ready for finals. I teach at a college level, and I was like, hold this up so you see the color at least while I'm yapping at you. And I probably could have asked the questions earlier, returned her earlier, whatever. But I wanted to make sure that she was okay to either sell or give away. And so I had Wig Studio One just recently evaluate her for me. They had, you know, obviously inspected her before she came out to me, but also I had them evaluate her to be sure that there were no defects in her. And that I could either sell her or I could give her away. And I've decided to give her away because, again, if you want to hear the story about it, I'll be happy to tell you. But I'm looking for some karma to turn around. I had a pretty uncomfortable encounter with someone. And at this particular point, I want to make sure that I am turning that karma in the direction of being good for both of us. So I'm just trying to find a little bit of a parting space for her. And I'm going to try her on for you real quick. Let me get Scarlet out of the way. And you get to see my little buzzed head here going on. You know, it's a personal decision what people want to do, but I have to tell you, the day I buzzed my head and I wasn't looking at my stringy hair loss anymore was a good day. Because now I kind of maintain it. I'm gonna just adjust it, get those ear tabs in front of my ears. Because there are a couple of different ways that I can part her. I kind of like the left part a little bit. Now, I'm gonna just stop for a second. She looks like roadkill right now, right? Like everything looks like this when it comes out of the box. So you have to be patient with it. You have to give it a good shake. If you're buying something new, don't shake it. Don't disrupt the part. Make sure you like the color. Make sure you like the style. And then if you're keeping her and you're not returning her to, you know, wherever you purchased her, then you can mess with her. But for right now, let me just show you. Once I've lifted up those pieces here, you can't see any wefting or anything, but when there's a little bit of permatease and it hasn't been disrupted, you can sometimes see wefting. On this, you cannot now, but I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything wrong with her there. And I have been assured by Wig Studio One that there is not, and that she can be either sold or given away without me being concerned about that. Again, you've got the lace there, so you can see that beautiful illusion of scalp. Decent coverage here. I have pretty dark hair underneath there. I would pin her up, or I would use my trusty water bottle to kind of get her off my face. You could also use like your warm hands, but I would do both. I'd use a little bit of the water and the warm hands. But I want to show you what she looks like. She's got some beachy waves going on here. Taz's Wig Closet has an awesome video on how to use the sea salt spray. And the reason I'm pointing to Taz's video is because she tells you to use the water mister and get her wet first, and then use the sea salt spray very sparingly, scrunch it up, and then when you want to reactivate those curls, then you just use the water mister again. And this way, you know, if you're going to wash every 10 wears or so, it's not getting all gummy from product. And I, even with my bio hair, was a big fan of stay away from product. You know, less is more. Anyway, just wanted you to get a quick look at her, because she is one of the giveaways. She's absolutely gorgeous. And again, you can part her more in the middle if you want. You can wear a little bit off your face if you'd like. She's a gorgeous length. You could probably do like a partial updo or a full updo if you want to. You just have to kind of be very, very careful about how you kind of pull her up. Christi from Wiggin With Christi does a really great job of showing updos too. So I've given you 2 shout outs to my Wig Studio One reviewers. So I also want to say that Eileen from Crazy Wig Lady and Marlene from Marlene's Wig and Chat Studio, Taz from Taz's Wig Closet, Christi from Wiggin With Christi. Those are the 4 that I watch the most. There are some other great people out there, and some of them are not people who work for Wig Studio One, but are just my wig sisters. And I absolutely love y'all. And what I'm going to do, I promise to do someday very soon, is I'll go ahead and subscribe, not as myself on social media as Karen Ballou, but as All About That Fringe, so that you can see what I subscribe to and the people that I'm following. So, you know, if I am, it's because I trust them and they're cool people. And you should listen to more than just one of us. Okay, so anyway, this is Ocean. She's not available for purchase. You can, however, enter the giveaway. All right, I'm gonna switch over to Hollywood Lights, which is the next giveaway. Hold on. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I had the box handy. I've got kind of a, one of the things that happens with my physical situation is that I'm in this recliner a lot because my legs have to be up. And so it's hard for me when I've got boxes sitting on the floor and, you know, I'm like down crawling around trying to get them. Anyway, this is Hollywood Lights. She was gifted to me from a friend at the beginning of this journey. And interestingly enough, the first piece of helper hair that I ordered looks almost exactly like her. So I wound up with an immediate duplicate. And I got my first piece of helper hair, which is Echo by Ellen Villa in, I'd have to look up, but it's a platinum-y color. And so then I wound up with 2 pieces of helper hair that looked almost exactly the same, and I have worn Echo. I have not worn Hollywood Lights by Jaclyn Smith. And so I'm going to gift her to one of you. So she has an extended nape. She has Velcro adjusters. She's open wefted. She has a lace front, and she's got, again, a little tiny bit of permatease on top, a little bit. Training bra level. Like, it's not even regular padded bra, just a training bra, just enough to kind of cover stuff up, if you know what I mean. Very, very little, if any at all. The density on Hollywood Lights is just a little bit, I don't want to say thicker because it's not so thick, She's a very light, she's a really sweet throw and go. I'm gonna get the back of her over my wig grip, and I have to just work a little bit around my hairline here. So give me a second. And I'm doing this because I want you to see, you know, like when you take something and put it on, you have to do a little work to get things where you want them. If I were to keep her, I might actually cut those bangs. But the side sweep looks cute too. There we go. Maybe a little bit more back there. What do you think? All right, there you go. All right, this is an unrooted color. You could take a little root spray, add a root to her if you want to. I'm going to show you something in a few minutes that has root spray on it. Little pixie cut. There you go. And just color-wise, excuse me, this is Hollywood Lights by Jaclyn Smith in Wildflower Honey. There we go. Super cute. What I will tell you is that she stays where you put her. You do that, she's gonna stay there, right? So if you're looking for something that you don't have to worry about, you know, flopping in your face, she's gonna stay where you put her. And you could spike her up, a little bit of Peace Out cream, or you could kind of keep her down and gentle. But she will go to one fortunate one of you who goes ahead and follows the directions and puts Hollywood in the comments for the picture that her box is in, likes and follows All About That Fringe, subscribes to the All About That Fringe YouTube channel, and then one of you will get her on Sunday if you've done all those things and you're the person who selected. All right, moving on to the purchases real quick. All right, so this that I'm going to show you here is Stop Traffic. She's an average cap. What's interesting about her is that she has, hopefully you can see the shine on those wefting strips, and that's like a silicone coating, makes it feel really soft on your scalp. So if you get a super sensitive scalp, she might be great for you. She has a bit of an extended nape. She's got Velcro adjusters here, so that you can make her looser or tighter. Excuse me. And then she also has a little bit of a monocircle on the top. And again, what feels like the tiniest little bit, nothing crunchy, but almost that little padded bra effect here, lightly padded bra effect up in the crown. And then this gives you the illusion of scalp. When I first got her, sorry, she's an SS Platinum. And so she had this very, very dark root and very, very bright hair. And I hated it. Now, she might be exactly the color that somebody else would love, but I didn't. And so I decided to try what other people were doing, which was sort of the root spray trick. And I took a little bit of light brown root spray. I used L'Oreal. Excuse me. Let me just piece her together because she's actually really beautiful. And again, they all look like roadkill when you first put them on. I'm sorry if that insults anybody, but they do. And then you kind of have to work with them. But it had this very, very harsh dark root, and then everything else was like blonde. And so just need to move her up a little bit there. There we go. And so I took the root spray and I sprayed it on the root, and I instantly liked her better. And then I was like, gee, I wonder, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of that trick throughout because, you know, I could wash her and wash it out again. And so I figured it was worth a try. And the result wound up being something I really love. I mean, just love the coloring here. And she's a super cute style. But now that she's this color, she looks exactly like several other ones that I own and that I've worn. And I haven't given her any, you know, outside wear. I've tried her on for pictures. I put the root spray, but that's all of the life that she's seen. The root spray made it so that she was less shiny. has much more natural rooting in there. Take a peek at that. She, like the Hollywood lights, kind of stays where you put her, which again is nice once you get her in the style that you like. So you can stick your fingers up in here and you can give her a little massage and puff her up a little bit if you'd like to. You can, change where you have her part if you'd like to. You can, have her super messy. You could put a little bit of sea salt spray in her and piece out those waves, or a little bit of Jon Renau piece out cream. I just wanted to show you her so you could see her and how cute she is. All right, let me give you a better look at the color. Look at that. It's cute, right? So if you like it just like it is, that's great. And if you want her to go back to her original color, you just give her a wash. And then if you're like, oh, no, I liked the root spray better. It was just a little bit of light brown root spray. And I just kind of held the pieces out, gave it a little spray, put her on one of those little stands, little wig stands, let her sit there for a couple of hours, and she was ready to go, like really ready to go. All right, I want to move as fast as I can. So this is my 4th Jon Renau Haute, and she's a heat defiant piece. She's in Malibu Blonde. And the first one I got was in Palm Springs Blonde. And I was blown away, just blown away. How light she is. Very, very light density, very lightweight. And the thing that I was the most amazed about was the part and the lace, which I'll show you in a minute. I just want you to peek under the hood here for a second while I've got her off. She does not have an extended nape, but she also feels super natural right across the neckline. A lot of natural movement there. She's got Velcro adjusters. She's open wefted throughout. She has a left mono part that's actually, you could drive a small truck through. So that gives you the option of parting her like here, 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 here. And I don't really have that in the right place right now. And it still looks like scalp. It's really incredible, especially on this style. She's got a beautiful lace front. I don't even feel any. This doesn't even feel like a padded bra to me. It just feels like a solid piece of material, to be honest with you. So if you're looking for super, super low density, she is your girl. But Palm Springs Blonde is really ashy. Malibu Blonde has got a little bit more gold in her. So I would say Palm Springs Blonde is a super cool blonde, and Malibu Blonde is more of a neutral. And I've worn Palm Springs Blonde, and when I got this Malibu Blonde and I saw them side by side, I thought, you know what, this is almost the same girl. And I don't really need two that are that close to the same. And I prefer the way the Palm Springs looks on me. So, and I've worn her. So I do think that she needs to be with someone else who can love her and benefit from how gorgeous she is. And then I also have Haute in root beer float color, and it's like a chocolatey, milk chocolatey kind of color. And I also have her at, I think, FS27. It's an auburn blend, strawberryish blend, strawberry syrup. Yeah, that's what it is. So look at that. Right? I mean, it's incredible. So she can go under, she can flip up. I don't want to spend too much time on her. Just want you to see. She's super low density. You could give her an ear tuck. You could part her a little bit over. You just kind of have her where she naturally went. There you go. Okay. Moving on to the next. Last but not least, and pictured in this particular photograph of boxes, is Paige by Henry Margu in 8H. Now, I just want to say, I love this color. I love this style. Apparently, I love this color and style so much that I bought 2 of them and didn't realize I was doing it. Who knew? Let me show you under the hood. She's a basic cap. Does not have a lace front. She doesn't need one. Her bangs take care of that just so nicely. Again, minimal permatease. This doesn't even feel like a training bra. There's nothing, it's not even like a padded bra. The only part I feel is like maybe just a little bit right here at the crown, just a tiny bit. But otherwise it just feels like material. It's very light. And did I forget anything here that I wanted to tell you? Oh, Velcro adjusters, extended nape. Okay. So let me get her on. You can take a look at her, and then you will have seen everything in this little picture. So I'll get her around the back. If you like Jones, you will love Paige. She has the same kind of choppy look to her that Jones does. But I find that she's softer. You know, Henry Margu fibers are great. I love Jones. I have a few. You have more color choices here in terms of, you know, variations too, I think. But I do have 3 Jones, so I should just shut up about that. The layers are softer, but you can make them a little bit, you know, you can pull them out if you want them to be a little bit fluffier. There we go. Bangs are cute. I may or may not trim them so that I could wear them straight as opposed to swept. But I ordered a second one, and the second one is actually on the way because I was like, oh, I don't have that color. Yes, I do. I thought that this one, the one that I had, was like a darker color, and I ordered her again in the middle of the night thinking I was, you know, ordering a color that I didn't have yet. But there you go. Look how cute this is. It is such a throw and go. And even though it looks like there's a lot of hair, it is so light. Like it's just so light and cute, and looks nothing like the stock photos, which look a little bit like a fuzzy helmet. Super cute style. I think works for most people. All of these, by the way, are average caps. I'm a 21¼ circumference. I wear the wig grip with just about everything. I have not made adjustments on anything that you've seen today. They all fit just fine. If I were going out on a windy day, I may tighten them up just a little tiny bit. That's about it. All right, I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in purchasing any of them, please check the Facebook page to see whether or not they've been sold. And then send me a private message and let me know what you're interested in. And again, I'm not a retailer. These are just part of my private collection. And I hope that, you know, I can't wear 2 of these at the same time. So I'm hoping that you might like to wear the other one. We can be twins. Thanks. Take care.